What's up, everybody? It's LaSwagga. I want to start this off by saying this is going to be a kind of unique piece to the FGC. I'm trying to start up conversation again like I used to in the past. This is something that's caused me to pull away from fighting games for all the years that I've been gone. Certain beliefs that the FGC holds and have held for some years, traditional things that I just couldn't make sense of, and I left because I felt like maybe it was my fault that I wasn't enjoying the games. But I'm back and I want to kind of challenge some of them, and the first one I want to challenge is this idea that playing what you love, or let's say picking a character you love and just playing your game, should be enough. I challenge that because I don't agree that a community that seems to be moving away from the players as individuals and moving towards esports and glorifying travel and tournament victories and rewarding online success with travel and money and sponsorships, I find it to be a little misleading to just say play a character that you love. Because playing a character that you love seems to play out as either the character that you love is a viable character and you're able to translate your love for your character into some type of success, or you love a character that's basically hopeless, and your love for the character needs to now be reconciled for your love for the game and the amount of time that you're willing to put in. I'm not going to say that you can't win just through sheer skill with a worse character, but I will say that if you play a strong character and are just as skilled, you will see more results. You'll see them faster, and you'll be a much more formidable player when it all comes down to it in a tournament. So this is going to be my first little video challenging that.
Nowadays it's amazing raising young. Rule number 1, keep your phasers on stun.
Do the devs design with intent? If yes, the tier list is indifferent to the individual and acts as an absolute response to player skill. That is to say, no matter how strong the individual is, their character will never be good. A player of equal or greater skill using the stronger character will win more often than not under these conditions. Further, this argues the validity of 10-0 character matchups. Do devs design without intent? If yes, then the tier list is accidental, and its objectivity to the individual will vary based on the collective agreeability or disagreeability of the dev majority based on however this power is distributed among them. This means that marginalized characters should firstly be considered an oversight to be corrected by the dev team in the name of balances, if balance is to be achieved at all. If this imbalance is not an oversight, it is the obligation of the dev team to say so or act as such. Further, if the dev team does not respond to the problem at all, then the tier list becomes objective yet again, as no action and or no response both lean in favor of the game in its current state. When the game itself becomes objective to the individual, and the dev team is in favor of the current state of such game, the individual must, at this point, adapt or quit. Both demand the same amount of dedication. Neither are easy. Quitting is harder if the individual is a longtime fan of the franchise. If the devs agree with the community in favor of balance changes, then the community must begin the exchange of ideas on what changes they find acceptable and then unacceptable as a group. This must then be put before the devs. The devs should then vote for or against the changes presented, keeping in mind that the changes presented by the community are only a recommendation, and that the devs may respond to these changes with respect to their creative direction. The game and tier list then become totally subjective, and this subjectivity is what I believe will facilitate character expression and an irrelevant tier list. Only then will playing your favorite character ever intersect with competitive success as a primary objective for the player. As it is, if you wish to be professionally successful, the first step is to simply pick the top tier and be indifferent to design.